Welcome to part 4 of my Turning Your Toddler into a Little Talker series. Hey, it's Morgan, and welcome to the Passable Parent channel. I've been a pediatric nurse for the past 10 years specializing in early childhood development. And I'm also a mom of 2. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. And make sure to comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. The process of developing language skills begins long before you hear your child's first words. It consists of multiple components: interacting, understanding, expressing, and how your child sounds. Today, we are going to be going over the how your child sounds component, or articulation. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my videos on part 1, 2, and 3 of this series to get your toddler talking. Late talking is a big concern for many parents today, and many parents aren't sure when to worry. While it is wise not to compare your child to others and know that no 2 children are exactly alike, there are patterns of communication skills that babies and toddlers acquire within broader age ranges. If these skills are not emerging and developing within that time frame, we know that a toddler might have a speech-language delay or disorder. When communication delays are left untreated in early childhood, research tells us that the risk increases exponentially for future academic and learning issues. Articulation is not necessarily adult-sounding speech. Most toddlers substitute sounds and simplify words as they learn to talk. Many children will continue to substitute later developing consonant sounds, R's, L's, until they're 6 or 7. Even when a child's speech contains some sound errors, a parent should understand at least half of what a 2-year-old says and nearly all of what a 3-year-old says. We do not expect unfamiliar adults to understand 100% of what a child says until they're about 5. Even then, there may be some sound substitutions, like mispronouncing certain words, that an unfamiliar adult wouldn't understand. Children with muscle tone differences, like low muscle tone, that have feeding difficulties also tend to have difficulty being understood when they are learning to talk. When a child talks in what a parent might call their own language, or uses long strings of words adults can't understand, this is called gibberish or jargon. Jargon is a part of normal expressive development, but when jargon persists past age 2 and the child is not using many single words that adults can understand, this is usually a problem related to the language development rather than how a child pronounces words. What a toddler tries to say is much more important than how they actually say it. Even though we do not expect that everyone would understand 100% of what a child says until they're older, there are some red flags that every parent or caregiver should be aware of when it comes to articulation. These red flags include limited consonant sounds in the child's speech, vowel sounds that are substituted or left off in words, beginning consonant sounds are omitted, no 2-syllable words are used like mommy, daddy, water, bottle, bubble. Parents don't understand at least half of what a child says at age 2 and most of what a child says by age 3. If no one understands your child, even you as the parent, that can be really frustrating, especially for your child. Ignoring this can set up your child for more frustration and language delays. Please consult your pediatrician if any of these red flags concern you. The good news is there are things that you can do to help at home. The first thing that you can do at home is to avoid overcorrecting a new talker's word attempts. Focus on the intent of the child's message. Don't repeat a child's errors back to them. If a child says for cup, say cup. Here's your cup. Many toddlers need to practice hearing words pronounced correctly before they can recognize the error in their own speech and the way that they are pronouncing the words. Practice a new sound alone only a few times, then quickly move the sound to a word. Examples of this: if your toddler is saying ba, ba, ba for baby, or ma, ma, ma for mama. Some toddlers will respond and correct their mistakes as you slowly model the correct way to pronounce the words. Toddlers with developmental delays may not be able to do this until after age 3. Negative attention and overemphasizing speech sounds may still progress in toddlers who are new communicators. Focus on talking and communicating rather than perfect speech if your child is a late talker. Remember that the way your child pronounces words or their articulation is the least important of all the factors of language development when they are under age 3. It is much more important that your child is trying to communicate and understands the words that they are saying. Remember that as a parent, you are your child's first and best teacher. Parents make a huge difference in how every child learns to communicate. Even when there are significant concerns, taking action at home is a key factor in progress and future success. I hope this video was helpful and gives you the tools to help your child learn the articulation component of skills needed for speech and language development. And this concludes my 4-part series of how to turn your toddler into a little talker. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all my future videos on all things child development, parenthood, and giving your child the best start possible in life. And if you have any questions for me specifically about language development, development, comment them down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for your time today and your support, and I hope to see you in the next video.